Science to technology. Hopefully you guys can basically hear me and watch me without any issue, and if that is true, please write yes AV so I will know the confirmation that audio and video is working and you guys can hear me stream. I'm waiting for incognito window to give me a feedback, so let's just see how things work. YouTube is giving me a weird error, but as of now things supposed to be working. Science to technology. Hopefully you guys can hear me and watch me without any issue, and if that okay, so as of now things are working, so I'm gonna assume things are okay. So yes, AV, okay. Nick, you have provided the feedback, thank you so much for that. So let's get started. Now the reason why I said uncertain future is because things are happening, so to say, and some of you did manage to actually reach to Delhi Expo and physically meet me, but the reason why I did not publicize it is that because there is a different company known as Ahirawat. Ahirawat basically hired me to be the quote-unquote spokesperson. So in those sort of capacity, if everybody keeps coming from my YouTube channel, nobody's gonna hire me ever again. So for that reason, I wanted to keep that part private. Now, some people did came, some interest was there, but overall, I would say the expo was a success. We got a lot of interest from almost every company except Mahindra, but every other company, be it Tata, be it Maruti, be it Honda, no, sorry, Hero, be it Hero, be it Toyota, almost every company, OEM manufacturer did came to us. So that was a very good thing. And now the plan is basically we might have to do another expo very soon, a different kind of expo. It would be based more on energy, so to say, and based on that I may have to go again, and then again I have to go to Kanpur for my spinal injection. Basically, so far I've realized the spinal situation is really bad. It's not going to continue like this, because again last 6 months I've been in constant pain, and it's not so bad that I can't work, but it's not so good. It's like, it's like a water torture kind of scenario, where it's like, one water drop keeps topping on your head. Over time it starts to irritate a lot. You can only handle it for sort of, so 6 months my brain is like, yeah, I'm about to give up. So for that reason I have decided that again, we did try treatment, we did try everything, it did not work, so let's upgrade to the next level. So for upcoming days, it's gonna be very difficult to actually maintain my YouTube upload schedule. I will do my best, but problem is it's difficult to do. Basically, my body is not cooperating, and other things are also coming up. So that's gonna be very messy. Get well, sir. I'm trying to. Goddamn, I'm trying to. But it's like, it's becoming very difficult. It's almost like malicious. My diseases are becoming malicious, but it is what it is. You are young and look healthy. See, that's the whole problem. Look-wise, I am perfectly fine. Heck, even if I'm doing things, things are very normal, so to say, and that's the problem with it. It's not bad enough where any time, okay, this person has this issue. It's insidious. That's the problem. It's not like, see, right now I'm doing a live stream, I'm standing, I'm fine. Now you're like, okay, why don't you work while standing? I did try that. Now my ankles started to give out. Now I'm not sure whether my ankles are tired. That would be a normal thing, or worst case scenario, it's actually going through that pinched area where my nerves are being pinched. If that is the case, then surgery would be the only scenario. But again, before surgery you have to try injection, because again, doctors do not like the idea of like directly going to dissectomy. So let's try that and see how things work. Again, fundamentally I'm fine, I'm cool, everything is good. It's just that I have so many tiny issues. It's like, death by 1,000 cut. I have nothing major. It's like no sugar, no blood pressure, no eye power also. Like, all things are good except my hair. Hair is gone. That is gone. My court case took this away. So hair is gone. Other than that, everything is fine. Everything is good. It's just that so many little issues. Nice. Like, I need a different level of zen to handle that. Different level of zen. So I too had slip disc L1, L2, L3. Used to play football. Damn, how the heck you managed to brick so many? I hope you got take care of it before it became too severe. Mine is L5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You always tell that one locomotive has made Indian Railway has failed. What was it? I forgot. I can't recall the exact number, but you should be able to Google it. It's not that difficult. It's not. To be honest, try alternative medicine. I don't think you need surgery. See, I will not take any medical advice from anyone other than my own brother. Why? He's a, he's a doctor. B, he's my brother. The end. The end. That's why I'm not asking for advice. I'm literally updating you guys, like this is happening and this is how I'm dealing with it. If it works, awesome. If it does not work, such is life. I did not expect my like last 4 years to be wasted in court cases, but such is life. You have a plan and life has a different plan. So you deal with whatever you can do. I did both injection and other therapy and stretched the disc, etc. Yeah, okay. Okay, again, disc injection is not supposed to be that destructive. Hopefully, it will take care of things, because again, my disc, this is the one good thing is that he did check, the doctor did check all my reports, basically MRI from 2018. So my disc degradation is very minimal. So basically, the disc I destroyed in my job, that's where it stayed. It did not got any worse. So that's the good part. But worst part is, like, over time, if you're still keeping pressure on nerves, at some point nerves will start to get damaged. So I think I'm slowly reaching that point. And 6 months ago, so to say, I had to go through a really stressful period in court cases, because again, court judge decided to go YOLO, and it's like, okay, do mediation again. That was very brutal, very painful, and psychologically I broke, physically I broke, because I had to travel, like, on normal scenario I travel once a month or 2 times, basically one time between 2 months, but that time I was traveling almost every other week, so it was very stressful, and that triggered it. It's I have never been able to go back to before that point. Before that point, I was good. It's just that after that point, something got triggered. I think injury like finally became too big, so bad things happen. I'm fine, but just don't do heavy lifting and tough jobs. Yeah, if USA gets to the moon first and they plan to stay there, succeed, then do you think what will competing control moon, or do other countries have to take permission from USA to do anything on moon? No, they have to take permission if they want to do where NASA has landed. Basically, if NASA lands there, that area becomes NASA's jurisdiction, not on the moon, NASA's jurisdiction. And jurisdiction, I think that's what it's called. And if you land somewhere else, let's say basically where India has landed Chandrayaan and Japan has landed the sniper mission, those area become those countries' domain. So it's not like, USA becomes the god emperor of a moon. It's not going to happen. However, you have to communicate with them, simply because they will have the largest amount of asset there, meaning trajectory control, command and control data point, and relay networks and all that. So it would be in your best interest to use them exactly like how we use GPS, even though it's an American system. So something similar will happen. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you. Recently, I noticed that nearly 70% of men behaving like a woman, but nearly 50% of women behaving like men. We lost our balls. Again, you adapt to the scenarios, and basically it's a fight you can't win. Basically, there are certain things you can't fight against. As a man, you cannot fight against certain things, your wife being one of them. You can't fight her. Like, there is no scenario where you win, because it's like it's over when that happens. So that's why court system was built. That's why justice system was built. Now, justice system got getting co-opted, so to say. At that point in time, you have to let the country go. At that point, country has reached what we call critical mass. It's done. It's over. Let it go. So we have reached that point. Now, why we have reached that? Again, I do not know what we were sniffing back then, but it happened in 1984 in case of India, and it takes 90 years from the point. Like, it's over. So at this point, I'm like, meh, who cares? It's outdated. WAP 5, WAG 10, WAP 11, 5, these are one of the few experimental, any one of these, maybe. I was bed rest due to my back issue. Had very important time of my life. I fixed my life priorities during the lonesome time. I would say that's like a, it's very difficult for me to accept a downtime, simply because I'm so scared of like what will happen to YouTube, and what will happen in terms of my income. So I am very genuinely, like, there is a genuine reason of being scared. And while YouTube did give me income, it did not give me proportionally as much I should have gotten. So that is really weird. And this channel, basically English channel, is almost like a very steady diet of like getting 100 subscriber per month, so to say. It's never growing, it's never shrinking also. That's the weird part. It's like, it's almost like a throttled, and it's like, okay, this guy will only get 100 subscriber per month, and that's been constant for so long, it's I've forgotten. So it is a bit tiring, so to say, and that's why like I finally gave up on this. It's like, if it's not working, so then I changed my daily upload schedule, so to give myself a bit more freedom. Basically, other things on my life is breaking at this point in time, so I have to recalibrate. So recently I noticed nearly 7 like having lost by Indian judicial system, and also men's to pay. No, not men's to pay. Basically, it sounds very easy to say, oh, you should just, like, quote unquote, put her in the place. That's not how it works. Like, again, that's not in our DNA. We are not that kind of violent. Heck, India got its independence with non-violence. We are not violent people. That's not in our DNA. So fundamentally expecting that to be the case is like, brother, please give advice for doing seminars. Well, you have to find something interesting to talk about which engages most amount of audience. And do not talk as they know things. That's the first requirement. Do not talk as they know things, and do not talk as they are stupid. Expect them to be very smart, very capable, but missing data. Basically, they have brand new hard drives and you have to put a data in there. Do not treat them as like, oh, they do not know, I know more than them. Hell no. Treat them like they are blank. Basically, they are very smart, very capable computer. They just don't have the data that you are bringing to the table. So have that humility and you should be fine. Wouldn't it be possible for them if they haven't have a permanent base on moon, and eventually in future will probably colonize the whole moon? Do you think the moon can be militarized? Of course it will be, but it's like it's one of those things. It's like, oh, it should be shared. It's like, do you have assets there? Yes or no? If no, shut up. It's as simple as that. It's like, you can keep talking. It's like, oh, this and shared resources. No. Do you have balls to be there? Yes or no? If no, shut up. The end. It's not. It ain't that deep. Let's just put it that way. It ain't that deep. So that's there. What India can do for tariff war, because after China, next target is India. No, India and China, India and USA has a very good relationship. So neither party is going boom boom on each other's ass. Now certain things would be done, certain things will be done, but again that keeps happening because we do have pharmacy and agricultural output. Those things do have some priority. So it's not very easy for. And again, I keep saying India will be dependent on other countries as long as we do not have seaweed biofuel. Unless we have that, we are dependent, desperate, and any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just enable us. So at that point in time, it's just going through the motion. What if this? What if that? None of them will work. Unless you have energy independence, you do not have independence. So that's not. Your first Rocket Monday video is like so dope. You have matured so much. I feel old too. Yes, you have to understand. I was a different kind of person back then, and again, that's supposed to be a good thing because again, you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to mature. You again, right now, I can predict things with a bit more accuracy, and I am understanding economic models behind things. That's the only good thing that I have gotten so far, is that I am able to understand how economics play the role rather than just the science and technology. It used to make sense, oh, why don't they do this? Why don't do that? Now it's like, okay, can they afford to? That's why I said physics, engineering, economics. So that was the biggest realization for me. It's never as simple as just like, ta-da. It's always physics, engineering, economics. That's why I keep saying EV transition has always failed for this reason. It's like everybody's like, what if we had big ass battery? It's like, what if you were not stupid and retarded? What if you had small battery? What if you improved the kilometers you can travel in 1 unit of electricity? What if you put range extender so people who are like, who cannot afford two vehicles, one electric and one long range vehicle, they will be like, hey, I have this car. 90% of the time is just an electric car. I do not have to think about it. But one of those rare times when I have to actually travel, it's like, I got you, fam. So everything else is BS other than that. Everything else, like, it's not a magic solution. It's not this and that. It's like, we've been there, done that. Everything else fails. This is the only thing that could work. And so far, I have to say, I did find one auto manufacturer, the three-wheeler manufacturer, that is trying to build that exact same thing, which I find very confusing given the fact that autos are very expensive. Not very expensive as in like in terms of what you call hold on. I hope everything is fine. Okay. So where the heck is that website? My apologies. Damn. This is tedious. Hold on. My apologies. Okay. So I'm gonna share the link with you guys. The only company that actually looks like somebody is trying to do something useful. So I've shared the link. They are doing the same thing for scooty and three-wheelers. I'm like, how the heck you are fitting that inside the sorry about that. How you are fitting all that within the cost. It's not the engineering problem. It's basically cost problem. So I do not know how they are solving that part, but they are trying something interesting that I keep saying that that's the only way we can do it. But well, keep doing that. Till what age you have planned to work on YouTube? As long as I have to. See, Right now, I do not have any future vision simply because, again, my mind is stuck with the hell that is currently going on. So once this hell is over, then I'll figure out what to do. Right now, I'm like just going with the motion. It's too stressful to worry about what will happen if this, then that. There's nothing after that. What India can do to tariff war because of China? I have already answered that. I'm young. I wanted to create passive income sources for my future self. Take over family land and houses and rent properties. Wouldn't marry. Brainwash my parents daily with anti-marriage PR. No, they won't be brainwashed. If trust me, the only way you can do that is actually letting them go. Meaning you have to be very simple. It's like I'm living somewhere else. If you want me there, you have to not. Force me that. But if you force, I'm out. No fighting, no angry, nothing. Just I'm out. Because again, creating hatred, and again, it's like how stone can be cut by water over time. Same thing will happen to you. Human nature is where we can literally end the world hunger, terrorism, and let the culture and nation join together to explore space. It's not pathetic. It is what it is. Basically, that's what evolution creates. We are not created by some alien or a god who knows everything in advance and then we are built perfectly. That's not what we are. We are just a jumble of cell who are trying its best. And given the scenario and reality of that, we are doing our best. So I do not see it as that. Like, it is what it is. America was not exploited by British as much as India, so obviously we do not give weaker generation by generation, and also do not forget Dutch and French supplied arms to America during independence. See, whatever happened, happened. Let it go. That was 75 years ago. That happened. Like, let it go. Let it go. If you keep going back to that, you will keep becoming useless as the half of the African nations. You'll keep becoming useless like that. It's like, oh no, back in our days, our ancient people used to have advanced quantum technology. I'm not joking. That's not only in Indian people who are like, our ancients had quantum technology and this and that. African people also do. It's similar in every culture that has been annulled by someone else, someone superior in terms of firepower. So it is what is it. I won't much into it, but diversity is not India's strength, but the cause of it is holding the nation back. Maybe. One guy literally done his post-mortem of your airport photo on Telegram. Yeah, that was very weird. So how to be disciplined like you upload consistently and manage things. I can't even focus on study. I deleted my Insta, but YouTube is big distraction for me. Please help. Start writing things down. That's the easiest thing that I can help you with. Start writing things down, like what you want to do, and do not write like, oh, I want to change life. No. Small things, like I want to wake up at right time, I want to do this, I want to small things. The smaller the better, and then start to build up a habit. Basically, it's all about momentum. Once you build a momentum, you can keep getting things done. And I'm not the best what you call benchmark for discipline. Johnny Depp said about hardness is pure emotional. We shouldn't waste on foolish things. Hatred. Why hate? It's pure emotion. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like, that's why I keep saying letting it go. There is no point of hating or trying to wish for it to. It is what it is. You adapt to it. The end. It's like if you're living in a country that is keep drowning, so to say, because flood happens, you build your house on stilts so you can survive it. There is no point of fighting with the nature. So it is what it is. We were dumps. We were retards. We were paying the price. The end. There is no point of fighting, or it's like, oh, what if I can change? It's like, trust me, people much stronger, much wiser, much more richer also have tried, and all of them have failed against this same thing. So again, that's why I keep saying nature is not about survival of the fittest, it's death of the dumb. We are the dumb this time. So we will put as these books who changed your perspective towards life and society. No, all the books are helping me in terms of small snippets. For example, hold on, my apologies. I'm very tired, extremely tired. It's again tired because of fever, not physically tired. So, for example, this book had some snippets that was really helpful. Now, did it change my life? Hell no. But was it a good investment? Absolutely. So, why I'm reading books? Are they changing my life? Hell no. Then why I'm reading them? Because again, it's better to do this than to watch Instagram reels or YouTube shorts every day. So, a little bit of information helps. So that's why I keep reading it. Again, right now I'm on my 6th book. So The Art of Being Alone, again, this also had certain wisdom to it. That was also good. This was my first book that allowed me to actually realize that I'm old enough where I can actually read a book on my own without any issue. So this was good. I would say this would be my most important book, simply because it got the ball rolling. It got me into investment. It got there's a saying, spiraling downwards. It's a common thing. You broke this part, you messed up with this and that, things started to go downwards. Everybody knows that. But here's the same thing happens with spiraling upwards. For example, you start to invest, you start to do routine maintenance, you start to take care of your health. All of these things will also propel you upwards, and you will not notice it, but one day you will wake up and it's like, huh, I'm like actually successful. I actually get my stuff done. So that was very interesting. So this is very useful. Then this Nectar of Pain. This is more poetic. I would not recommend for most of you to buy it. But again, if you want to understand what's going in inside a woman's head from woman's perspective, this may allow a certain glimpse into things. And it was interesting, I would say. Not very helpful, but interesting. As in, like, it gave me a data point that I did not had. And then we had the most popular book. I don't have to say anything about this. This is popular enough. So so that's why, like, again, will these books change my life? Hell no. But again, imagine there is a little boy who's looking at me. What would be better representation of me if he watches me reading a book, or he watches just scrolling mindlessly on YouTube? That's the whole point. It's like little by little, that's what I'm trying to do. Again, am I investing like millions of dollars to make billions of dollars? Hell no. I ain't got that kind of money. I barely have thousands. But again, I'm putting everything that I could put brick by brick, day by day, hoping that once a certain amount of time has passed, I should be able to get a solar roof done properly. Basically, I'm doing inverted loan. So instead of paying interest after buying the solar, I'm paying what you call principal right now, and interest is helping me to amplify. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in few years I should have a required amount of funds to get this puppy done. Would we take a new company? So how long do you think it would take a new company to make rocket like Blue Origin and SpaceX? Not that difficult. Rocket Lab have already done that now. How are you keeping English vocabulary constantly, not losing it? That's why I keep running this English channel, even though it's not financially that important. I keep doing that. And again, this travel that I did, and our booth, so to say, in that expo had one foreigner, Brian, and he is company president, and full American. Like, when you think about American, that's how he looks. So he was American, and I did manage to communicate properly. It's not just like me thinking in my my bubble that I know how to use English. No, I successfully managed to communicate with him. Not like absolutely perfect, but again, did manage to communicate, and as days went by, we became more efficient in communication. So it did prove that maintaining this channel was a really wise decision. I am very happy that I did that, rather than just like saving some energy and all that, because again, it's a likelihood of me doing something productive with the energy I would have saved in this low. So I'm happy with this. What's in the future of quantum computer? How long it will take to actually use in real life normally? Zero. It will be used in the back end, but there is no reason to use it in your day-to-day life. So do not explain that. Expectation versus reality of life and things you experience. Yeah, that's a deep well, so to say. That's a deep well. Okay. What's your thoughts on future of quantum computer? Okay, I already said that. After watching your last video, I saw a 50 HP diesel engine. It's slow, too big in size. I'm not living in the past. I'm talking about inferior complexity that you have in your mind. I don't have inferior complexity. I always keep 48 laws of power and Stoic and Buddhist philosophy manual on my desk. If anything troubles me, I just go through them. That's a wise thing to do. Better than scrolling the reels, it's a wise thing to do. I respect that. That's a good thing. Anything has a price tag, has no value. Could you please explain this further? Well, it does not mean about things, physical things. In terms of emotion, in terms of value of people. That's what I mean. For example, let's say you have a friend, right? And you have been friends since you had nothing, right? Let's just say you were both poor and you made this friendship, and one of you became rich, but again the friendship continued, and other one became rich, things continued. That has value. Money had nothing to do with it. Now compare that to a woman that comes to you when you are rich versus a woman that comes to you when you are broke. Let that be very clear. Again, I keep saying this part, and you have to understand this. Life is suffering. You cannot bypass that. The only thing that you can ask is, let the suffering be worth it. Okay, nothing more than that is to be offered in this realm. There is nothing to be offered. You just want suffering, but you want a good suffering, basically the suffering that builds you. Now a woman that struggles with you, and it's like, okay, she does not care how much money you make, and she actually struggles with you, and then you become successful and rich, you will respect her. Your body will respect her, your mind will respect her, because again, you when you needed her, you had her. Now compare that to another woman who's like, oh, you have to have this house, you have to have this much car and all that. That has price tag. It has no value. You will never respect her. You may think like, I'm chasing it, and like, and once you actually acquire it, you will lose so respect so quickly. You would be shocked. It's like, why don't I respect her? Heck, you might not even get hard. Like, it's just overpaid. Blah, blah, blah. It's just overpaid. It's like, that's why I keep saying, in terms of human relationship, any relationship that is built on a transfer of money in human relationship has no value. Again, things also has certain level of thing, because you may think, oh, I'm buying this will give me peace and happiness. No. The only thing that can do that is dogs, and dogs do not have price tag. You can collect a dog from street, and trust me, they will take care of your soul. So that's why I keep saying, anything that has a price tag has no value. Like, it's good, it's tool, it's useful, but not value as in like for this but. Bro, which is better long-term use, induction, infrared cooktops? I do not know. I do not have a very, varied opinion on that. From engineering point of view, I might go with induction, because it does help to cook food more evenly. New videos coming when? I do not know. I'm too tired. Today also I'm going through fever, so it's a very tiring. I cannot guarantee it. I have been getting into poetry in future, so I will try to go with the nectar of pain. Yeah, that's again, getting through a different perspective, it does help a mind to grow. It does allow, you should be able to read the whole name now. So it will help you grow as a person, so to say. Your recommendation, some cool sci-fi series like Expanse, Foundation, Dune. I want more recommendation from you, like them a lot. I don't know many, man. It's not like everybody is building the sci-fi that I like. Only few of them exist. Only few. Heck, I'm waiting for Foundation next season. So, again, I am waiting myself. Like last year, the only show that I watched that was like any interest to me was this three body problem. Yeah, sorry, three body problem. That was good. I could say you could watch that. I'm a JB inside. I think might not be get a good college. I want a good college, good thriving environment. What should I do if I don't get it? If you believe you don't get it, you won't get it. Why are you trying? See, it's fundamentally like, if you believe you will get in, you will get in. If you do not believe, you will not get in. It's up to your belief. You do your best and let it be lit. It's like, see, again, life defines your path. You do not define it. We generally have that sort of ego where it's like, oh, I'm controlling what's going to happen. Life is like, bitch, please. So do not worry too much about it. Suffering is not worth now. No, suffering is always worth it. Question is, what you are suffering for. For example, let's say I suffer, I'm right now I'm tired, my bones are hurting, I'm like, I need to lie down, but I'm doing this stream. Again, is that valuable? Absolutely. It is helping me communicate, it's helping my thoughts to be cleared, and helping my channel also. So that's suffering that I'm doing, because I'm on fever, but I'm doing this because, again, it's helpful. Suffering but helpful. So same goes with things. Suffering is always there. You have to just find worthy suffering. Basically, if you go to gym, you suffer, but again, you get a better body at the other end. Jeff Bezos cheated on his wife. He was, I do not know their full detail, and something sounds off. Because again, trust me, there are you have to understand, wife can drive you to cheat very easily. Very easily. There are many things you can do. Like, for example, if they do not put out, like, how many times you're gonna ask? 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Imagine you're not doing bang for like 5-6 years. At that point, man is gonna be like, yeah, I'm out. Because again, why won't he just divorce and then do it? Well, again, legally it's too messy. So they're like, okay, let's try it. Again, because here's the deal, every expectation is on man. Man has to do this, man has to do that. Cool, awesome, GG. But has to be something in return also. But that's not there. That's just not there. It's like, it's her mood. It's like, that's not how trust works. Like, you have to put through it. Like, again, imagine it this way. You are feeding your child when you feel like it. That's not how it works. Same way in relationship. Both of you have to put up, both of you have to, endure each other. If you're just like, no, I don't feel like it because I can anyway take all your property. The moment that idea gets in your head, the relationship is over at that point. So, and again, money, many women has gone corrupted because again, free money can corrupt anyone, specifically women. Like it can corrupt things that you could not even imagine. Like I'm talking Indian women, like to remove, remove the Western one, Indian women. Like there are women who are literally poofing their own kids and putting them in a briefcase. There are so many cases, it's not even new anymore. It's like it's boring. Oh, I'm scrolling Instagram. Oh, this mother poofed her child and put in a briefcase. I'm like, yeah, okay, seen that. This another mother poofed that and put that child in. Like, you basically, if I say men have flaws, all of you will agree. Here's the deal. What if about women's flaw? No, 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 no. Women are goddesses. Like, yeah, you let go. Someone is that delusion, you will let go. Pets decrease negative emotion. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Sometimes I wonder if Japan as a culture and society would really suit me. I'm very introverted and keeps minimalist. No, Japan is a dead world. Trust me, it's just their representation is good, their marketing is good, you think it's a good place. No. How do you know some place is good? The place is good if they are having children. If they're not having children, place is not good. Nothing same way I keep saying now, which country is better? See which country has immigration problem. Basically, if a country is like everybody is trying to come in, that country is the best. If country is like leaving everybody and you're trying to hold people back, you are the bad one. It's as simple as that. It's not that deep. So same goes that. I'm sure that car company knows about the series hybrid, just wanted to earn money from maintenance and parallel hybrid. Yeah, that's also a viable thing where it's like, you know, planned obsolescence. That could also be a true thing. But again, it's like government has to give subsidy to that. Where it's like, you know, if you have range extender variety and small batteries and low cost, basically anything that is 10 lakh under 10 lakh rupees, that could work. That could work. I'm sure the car company if nuclear gets economical assumption offshore will be adopted, still people will be afraid of it. It's not going to be economical. Again, the very thing that gives it power is the very thing that's dangerous. You cannot, like, you can see a smokestack, you can't see radiation leak. That's why it's expensive. It will never become cheap. It's not a science problem, it's an economics problem. And again, you have to train people. And again, people are the most expensive part. We are just animals whose brain is in better level. Yeah, you can say that. I really like cats. They are very transactional in nature and they come only if you feed them. It keeps my expectation real than another creature. Yeah, you can say that. But again, I'm a dog person, so if it is possible to change our orbit like Wandering Earth movie, not impossible, but right now it's not viable. Who is the second best after ChatGPT? I do not have any concrete data on that. I have not tested most of them. Don't talk about women and marriage if you're really letting about it. Dares for you. Again, I do not talk about it unless people talk about it. I saw Chani vlog made Indian people. I saw Chani one child policy control population after facing a lot of issue, extreme hunger, population and environment, no science research fund. Again, see, many things are what you call short-term decision, long-term penalty. It was one child policy was that it was directly trying to invert basically natural order, and nature is like, bruh, I've been here before you were even created, so you did. It's one of those things. Japan is very clean and safe. No, its perception is clean and safe. It's not really. Again, that's why I keep saying, there is BS and there is fact. What is the fact? Fact is they are not having children. Why? If it's so good, so nice, so warm, so welcoming, they work their people to that. They are like, I do not want to use that word in YouTube. The words start with S. Trust me, like working 3 hours and then dropping dead, that's not nice and safe. You dead. Again, that's why, like, remove politics, remove BS, and see what is the birth rate. Other than that, nothing matters. Because again, life will, like, no matter how long you live, let's say, oh, Japanese people live long. What after 120 years? Poof, done, gone, finished, the end. So that's why nature cannot flow backwards. So self-medication for depression. Again, I would not risk that unless you have a doctor. I'll not risk it. Can you make video on astrophotography? Please, what lens and camera? Again, the brightest and most widest aperture you can buy at the end. There is nothing more than that. Finding life on other will really demonstrate all the religions, sects who claim how God created life. And again, it won't. It won't, because here's the deal. Faith does not require proof. That's the whole reality of it. It does not require proof. Basically, think if you want in small scale, see how people are fighting with flat earth theory. Like literally, the best renowned flat earthers were carried to basically Antarctica to witness 24-hour sun to disprove that Earth is flat. They went there, and everybody who is in the what you call community, they were like, yeah, no, no, they are all fake, all green screen, all this. So trust me, you cannot break religion. It works on emotion, so it cannot be breached, it cannot be broken. You have to give something better in as an alternative, and we have not built anything like that. See, keep repeating. That's why I have to also. And unlike Chennai and Delhi having clean roads, clean weather, also open space to roam 3 months winter without rain, no water, scarcity in summer. There is so much exploitation. 12 hours work for 25,000. Your opinion? Again, see, I do. That's why I keep removing me from the equation. Do not listen to my opinion. Look at the fact. What is the absolute fact? If people are happy, they will make babies. If they are not happy, they will not make babies. The end. There is no bullshit. You can keep, oh, what about this? What about that? All of that are bullshit. My opinion, bullshit. What is the actual fact? Look at the birth rate. If birth rate is lower below replacement and they are willingly dying, that means the country is hell. The end. If everybody is running away from your country is hell. The end. There is no deep talk, this and that, nothing. Bullshit. What do you think about India? India is not learning from other countries. The laws and things same remain. Code those who not learn from history are condemned to repeat it. Not condemned to repeat it, condemned to go extinct because of it. It's not condemned to repeat it. You will be poofed. Communism sounds good, but how can we apply the ideology to human who will always find a loopholes to corrupt? Again, that's why communism does not work. It's against human nature. It's against natural nature. It's against natural order. It cannot work. It's like if communism on fundamental level is like A equals B, B equals C, C equals D. It's like, no, they are not. If they were, then you will write everything in one letter. So that's why, fundamentally. Share some wisdom you conversed with Brian. Again, this was about American culture and how cucked it has become. And basically, he had someone who graffitied their wall. They call tagging it the property, and he captured them and like called the police. And everybody, like he's a 24 or some old age dude he captured, and every Karen in the car was like, don't hurt him. He's just a little baby. I'm like, dude, 24-year-old doing an illegal thing is not a baby. But again, that's what they're doing. So it was very interesting. Family law in Europe is the same, but why Japan and Korea loses population before EU? Again, they are losing. It's just they are ahead of the curve. Nothing more than that. They are just like how a train locomotive is the first thing that clears the railway signal, right? And then coach number 2, coach number 3, coach number 4. That's how it goes. Same thing. It's 150 countries in the same point. It's just different coach arrangement. Can companies have their own private GG military? Unlikely. Because again, military does not pay you ROI. There is no ROI. So justifying that level of military, again, it used to be popular back in the days, but in today's world, no. Tata said to build 2800 megawatt, basically 2.8 gigawatt hydro loop water storage in Maharashtra. That's a good thing. Okay. Anyway, how's your trip? Can I expect some exciting video in the future? No. I was working. I was not making videos. I was a worker. So I was not making video. If you don't mind, can you share your first salary as a game artist in Bangalore? 8,000 rupees. But that was few years ago. Like 7 or 8 years ago. That was long ago. So latest iPhone Galaxy have log video. I've seen much easier to record as compared to log in Sony. Again, that's why I keep saying multiple times. For most people, right now, smartphone is good enough. They keep like, oh, but about the camera, and it's like, it does not matter. If it's hard to use, you will not use it. Usability matters above everything else. What's your thought on semiconductor scope in country where we are really doing innovation is like it helping foreign MNCs? I do not know. I do not have full context for YouTube work, not professional. When are new videos? I already said. At least you have planned. I do not know. India system, China system versus USA system. Again, I keep saying now where the passports are going. That's the only filter you need. Where the heck passports are going? If everybody from Bangladesh is going to China, China is better. If everybody from Bangladesh is coming to India, India is better. If everybody from India is going to USA, USA is better. That's how you track which country is better. Which cycle you riding? I do not know. Only 8,000. Yeah, that's how it started. Long ago, man. That time, like dosa was like what, 25 rupees, I think. And again, they did had food. That's why it was affordable, quote unquote. So, if you are a YouTuber, what if you were not YouTuber? Again, I was game artist. I survived in Bangalore even 8 years before it would have been almost possible. Again, I did. It's not a new thing to me. I did. I was living in a PG, traveling via buses, and again, even Volvo bus. So it's not a new thing, or it's not why no display camera mainstream going in gaming phone only. Again, it does not have the quality metric that people require. It's the technology is there, the quality is not there. Oh, cycle in the Telegram. Okay, that cycle was a, again, you can see the brand name. That cycle was a new, so to say, it was a more of a, like, gimmick kind of thing. They were very opulent kind of bicycle. Basically, you ride that to show off. It has no practical thing. And I had a good talk with them, and I said them, please put ARGB in the rims, so it actually works and all that. So that was a very good thing. I don't think they are ready for mass purchase yet. And again, it would be super expensive. So I remember 2022, you said 2025 smartphone would have terrific good. My sister recently bought iPhone 16 Pro and 5x zoom, actually good, plus vlog. Yeah, that's why I keep saying that. What do you think? Is this shit system to stay calm, mind relaxed? Eh? Let things go. It's like the anger comes from you expecting to change. It's like, you want the world to change. The peace comes from changing yourself. That's why I keep saying, let things go. Do not fight for it. Do not, again, seek the truth. That's the first thing. Again, that's why I remove BS. That's why I do not talk about, what we call GST, not GST. What is that? GDP. Sorry. Yeah, I do not talk about, oh, this country has GDP, does not mean anything. Oh, this country is, no. Passport going in or passport going out. That's the only metric, because again, that represents rich people. And if rich people are doing something, that's what everybody wants to do. They just can't afford to do it. So again, have you seen Europa report? I think so, maybe. Have you ever heard iron invasion theory? What is thought on it? No. What was the solar road in Expo? Was there any solar? No. Again, I did not explore the Expo. The only thing I saw was the Mercedes car spinning on itself. That was the most opulent way of showing that, like, only rich people have turning radius problem. that was a very, very, it's like, poor people have a turning radius problem. I am Mercedes. Tokyo Drift, baby. It was very funny. I thought it was a meme. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I saw so many videos, I thought it was a fake thing and all that. No, it was real. It actually saw that happening. It was like, damn. Like, whoever engineer built it was like, damn. G-Wagon, yeah. The old G-Wagon had that, na? They made it into, like, animation. They made it so you can get out of stuck sand, and everybody's like, animation, idling animation. So that was very funny. These days, things which frustrates me, this influencer doing brain rot the youth, earning more than any engineer, surgeon, scientist. India youth will follow them while they are going in dark. Again, why are you worried about that? Like, think about it. Calmly think about it. It's world does not pay you a tax to worry about that. The government has agencies whose job it is to worry about that. They are not worrying about it. Why are you worrying about it? It's like, again, changing the world, it does not work. Changing yourself does work. Let things go. Let things go, my man. Let things go. For guys who are holding on to society religious, search the Let It Rot movement by Chinese youth. Yeah, that was also a very interesting thing. Again, that's how I know China is not like this amazing country who's like amazingly orgasmic. No. Have to have both, even if you are middle class. Feeling poor. See, nuclear will never become cost effective. Why the heck you do not understand radiation? Radiation was expensive in 1950, it was expensive in 1960, it was expensive in 1970. It will remain expensive forever. Why? Neutron emission makes other things radioactive. It's not something that you can contain. Everything you do to contain it will make it more expensive. That's the law of physics. It cannot be breached. It's on a physics level. It's one of the most expensive technology. It's not solar cell, you put it and forget it. Jesus. Nuclear is used for low temperature thermal desalination. Still would be better not to use it. What to say? What to say? Dude, why the heck you do not understand the low temperature desalination works without energy source? It works on thermal gradation of the ocean. It does not need a heat source. You only need energy for pumps. I gave you a real world example, man. Made in India example. It wasn't even SpaceX video wasn't even in 480p. Yeah, it's selling illegal things is good. Again, wrong question. It depends whether your conviction is high enough or not. Responsibility without any authority is living. That's absolutely true. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Dude, there are certain things that just makes me like, I need to sit down. I need to sit down. I'm too tired, man. I need to sit down, man. I'm tired. Freaking, what's the point of low temperature thermal desalination if you have to use energy source for it? I made a detailed video on that. I need cocaine level energy. Do you know about Lalu Yadav? Many people at Bihar still vote for his party despite being looted by him for many years. See, again, why are you worried about other people? That's the thing that I do not get. It's like, when will you let them go? They are not your responsibility. You make your money and you leave the country. It's just like, if they are willing to dig their own grave, you just let it go. You just like, okay, bye. There's no point of changing them. The point is to change yourself. Did you think that today's world we are definitely getting advanced in technology day by day, and the growth of pure science is slowed down? Even Nobel Prize in Physics was given to someone who worked in AI. It could feel like that, but you also have to understand everything we understand in physics is also very high level. Like, we have reached a very good level. Like, only thing we have not cracked is faster than light travel, and I do not even know whether that's possible or not. And again, given the space is dark, I think it's not possible. Again, that's just a hunch. I will not say it's scientific, but that's my hunch. How can I buy PC parts like GPU, which is as cheaper as possible without paying much taxes? If you're middle class, your boss start living with poor class. Yeah, that's also a fair point. Sometimes I think instead of buying 24 to 72, I should get iPhone 16 Pro Max. Again, you are comparing a lens to an iPhone. That does not make any sense. Is your dad happy and proud on you and your profession? Again, it does not matter. Politicians are like, I don't believe they love you. So getting game share and should live stream sitting in comfort. Again, sitting is the problem. When I sit, my hamstrings basically strain. And again, I used to think that it was a hamstring issue, but most likely it is my slip disc issue. Hopefully, it would be treated in the last half of February. Hopefully, I'm hoping for that. Damn, low temperature desalination with a freaking nuclear reactor. Today's scientific community does have a lot of bureaucracy. That's absolutely true. Is part-time job as a student worth it? Again, that's up to you. See, these sort of questions are personal. You want to do it, you will learn one way or the other. If it's not worth it, let it go. It's like, do not be scared of taking a risk. That does not work. That's the dumbest thing you could do. When you are young, take as many risks as possible. Again, within reason. Do not just go skydiving and all that. Again, you can do that, but it's like that's a different kind of thing. It's part of Whatever fetching comments takes a whole tour around the neighborhood. uh, your option on legalization of marijuana with a restraint. No, I want everything to be legal. Again, like again, fundamentally, if I do not agree with the nanny state philosophy or nanny state doctrine where your government will decide what is good for you or what is bad for you, because again, that takes away your right to choose. And I'm always against that, even if the choice is bad, especially if it's bad, because again, you do not know whether choice is good or bad if somebody else is making it for you. So fundamentally, on a core principle level, Anupam Epul is not okay with that idea. Like flat out, let it be legal. Again, I would have some constraint like don't sell it to children, because again, as a humanity, we have agreed that children need to be cooked. They need to be 18 years older. Then they can make some good decisions. That's a fair enough. I'm all cool with that. Under 18, don't do these things. Cool, awesome, GG. Adults don't do this. No, no. How was Delhi weather? Not that bad. It was very cold the first 2 days, and after that, ironically, it became hot. Like I wore a thick jacket, a sweater kind of hoodie, sort of without the hood part, and I was sweating. It was like way too expensive. I thought it would be like very. Did you watch Prasad? You look like inspired by the same philosophy, or do you listen to any spiritual person? No. Again, I've been studying philosophy since class 11, bro. These things are new, people. I've been there, done that. These things are new. I've been there, done that. I'm old. Like many of you may not know, my first YouTube video is 10 years ago, my man. Maybe 11 right now. I'm old. I've seen things you people would not believe. And please stop repeating comments or I will start blocking you. Trump says to what are your thoughts on it? That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Mutation is not a gender. A mutation is a malfunction. Basically, if somebody is born blind, does not mean being born blind is a thing. It's like it's a malfunction of your DNA or something else happened. Again, nothing wrong with it, but it's not what you call a natural state. Things happen. Nature is not perfect. Just because nature can give you someone a second thumb. Again, it's perfectly natural, but does not mean it's right. So mutations happen. It's a real reality scenario. So fundamentally, yes, only two. Burner watch. Is engine prototype ready? No, like hardware is ready. We have to just find out time for testing that puppy. So which book you are reading right now? I will talk about it. I think I'm reaching a point where it's like too close to finishing it, so I'll talk about it once I'm done. See, Andy Fried, most of your things that you are talking about is about other people. Like why? Like why other people are affecting you so much? You do not control them. You control yourself, my man. So I had internet when average speed was below 1 Mbps in India. Yeah, absolutely. I was there. I was there. Bro, I watched 3G coming in. I was there. I used GPRS, my man. Most of you may not even know what that is. I was there. Can you share some memories of what new tech you saw in the expo? My man, I was not in the expo to trip the expo. I was there to do a freaking job. I was the spokesperson for Ahiravat Motors, talking about their engine. That's why I was there, not to actually roam around. It was not the same trip as, what was my last trip? Mumbai trip. Mumbai trip, I was there to observe things. That's why I had so many videos out of that. But same thing is not true. You can share some memory. Saw that trip in Expo. Well, curious what tech and science. Oh, it was always there. It was a natural thing. It was always there. Nope, I used 2G, 2 GB a month plan in 2012. What do you think of gun rights and what American? Again, I have made it very clear. I do not like the idea of people who are like anti-pew pew. Simply because one thing I'll ask: do you think government is corrupt or has been corrupt, or are they vulnerable to corruption? If the answer is yes, then we're gonna have a second talk. But if the answer is no, please get yourself checked into the nearest mental asylum because you have brain damage. So that's the first point. Second point, if that is the reality of human nature, if that is the reality of states, why do you want the only people who are in charge to have the power to pew pew you? Basically, why do you want that? And again, you do not everybody needs to have pew pew, but everybody can have that. That has enough effect where government is like, oh, I can't just go and pew pew it. And again, it has been proven. It's not like if this then that. It has been proven. The poofing that happened in World War II would not have happened if Jews had pew pew. It would not have happened. And again, same was about to happen in Myanmar to that Rohingya people, I think that's what they are called, did not happen. Why? Pew pew. That's the same point. If A, government, are they corruptible? Have they been corrupt in the past? Is that a real thing that happens in real life? If the answer is yes, why do you want only them to have the ability to poof you and you do not having any fallback? Because here's the deal, let's say Indian government judges are absolutely corrupt. They're like, things they are doing, things they are saying, that's burning this world down, and they have no repercussion. You cannot legally remove them. There is nothing. You just cannot do anything. But imagine Indians had pew pew. One person just like, sir, you forgot that you are not actual God. You are a person. You can be poofed. Poof. Whatever happens to that person does not matter. But the message would be sent. It's like, sir, you live in this world. You share this world with us. We can poof you. And if we have nothing to lose, you have everything to fear. That's why. Again, I do not like the idea of everybody having it, but I require the idea that everybody can get it. And again, you only need 10 to 20% because enough people have to be there where it's like, police is like, oh, what if I'm going to pew pew? It's like, no, we do not know who has it. We might be poofed because here's the deal. No matter what technology, whatever have you, you cannot bring someone from dead. So that's how you keep things under. So that's why. Have you appeared in Anonymous Expo video? Ironically, one TV9 did a video of me, but they did not share it anywhere. You should be able to find it, TV9. Why I'm not trying to learn coding and maths? What kind of retard question is that? It's like, it would be the same question as me. It's like, why are you not millionaire? Or why you're not a CEO of this? Because whatever your age is, I can guarantee you there is someone richer than you. People do what they can do. It's not like, oh, what if I do this? What if I do that? What ifs have no answer? I'm good at communication. I made that into my job. The end. It's like, what if you did this? What if you do that? You talk like a retarded Indian parent. It's like, oh, what if everybody became an engineer? Everybody will starve to death. No, even if you have a gun, the government has fucking... Does not matter. See, that's what you're not getting. A person is a person. Person is not a god. Again, you can be taken down, but the fact that somebody got to you, why do you think this, like in New York, every day 5 to 6 people get poofed? Why the heck do you think that CEO getting poofed was such a big deal? It was news, everybody, because it sends a message. That's the core point. And again, who is military? Think about it. Who is military? It's people. It's not magic. It's like, abracadabra, blah. It's people. It's people like you and me. And if they know, hey, I can come home and randomly somebody could poof me, they will be like, how about I apply some brakes when I'm like, government gives me order, poof, 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 everybody. Because again, they did. Again, they know they have the family. Again, it's like, it's one of those things where you can, distributed power makes everybody more powerful. If you concentrate the power like a dictatorship, you rot away. It's as simple as that. We have whole history teaching us that you can avoid that system, but again, that's not how it works. Because again, it's not about like going toe to toe, going at war. It does not matter like that. Just sending a message that you cannot just do whatever you want. And again, the military partner, Myanmar has actual military going against militia. It does not work that way. You'll think, oh, they will have fighter jet. They have, does not matter. Oh, they have RPGs, does not matter. And again, they are doing that with FGC9. Google that. It's like, I like pro-liberation. Indian democracy and have a species just on paper. You shit out of me. It's like, think through, na? Again, that's why I keep saying, think through. Do not say the first thing that comes to your mind. Process it, crunch it. And as I'm getting older, my tolerance for those sort of things is going down. And again, right now I'm tired and in fever, so things are a bit difficult. It's about sending a message. Read history. And again, any history where it's like, oh, what about military and all that? Does not matter jack shit. Look into this guerrilla warfare. That's how it works. It's like, we have a whole history of this. It's not even like, okay, one country had this. It's like Afghanistan had that. Same thing has happened in Myanmar. Same thing happened in Pakistan. Same thing happened in what other country? Oh, again, American Civil War also is the same thing. So many, it's not even one story. It's like again and again and again and again. Oh, and the same thing happened in Finland. Why do you think Finland was not invaded? Because there was this guy known as Simon. The dude used to use pew pew to hunt and he was way too good with it. He was way too good with it. And when Soviets came, it's like, okay, what if I F the country? He's like, bruh, what if I double poof you? I think his final confirmed poof count is 500 to 1. And he still lived, basically, even after the war. So that's the whole point. Again, read history. How much that taxi guy was earning? 40,000 rupees. 8 p.m. Even teacher in my fourth year also called more like school. They think they are gods. Again, it is what it is. You have to just accept it. People are what they are, and you work around it. You do not fight it. You do not change. You just adapt to it. It's like, okay, if you are like that, I will work with you. If I cannot work with you, I leave. There is no point of fighting. It just wastes your energy. Use some logic. Let's something go. Again, same logic. Again, Myanmar has an army. They did try to. Again, Soviet Union had army. They did try to. It does not work that way. That's the point of a pew pew. And again, imagine a country whose basic population has 10% pew pew. Yeah, no. You can go. You can go full boom boom, but you have to go full nuke, purge the whole thing. At that point, per day, no. Per month, I think. That was that. So, unless you are going full nuke, and at that point, it does not matter whether you had it or not had it. Is that like, a Warhammer 40k, in the name of the Emperor, I cast this world into the oblivion. If they are going that way, only then the system will not work. Anything below that, it will work. And again, we have history as a proof of it. It's not if, it's not then. It's like, yeah, we've been there, done that, we know. Okay, it's been 1 hour, so I'll take my leave. I'm a bit tired. Sorry guys, but it is what it is. But I think today's stream was kind of interesting. Anyway, bye. I will see you guys next week, hopefully.